everybody, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, tonight y'all I'm going to pull some cards from the Power of the Elements Oracle deck. Okay, you know, I normally don't really I don't really get the whole let's go to the recent past thing, but I guess I'm going to do it anyway because it makes sense to me. What I'm thinking is it's wholly relevant. It's wholly relevant as to what just happened, what we just learned is basically what I'm looking for. What did we just learn to bring us to this point? What are we doing in this point? And what are those two things going to bring us in the near future? So I am going to do a recent past, a present, and a near future. Y'all, I've shuffled these cards to... I pretty much shuffled these cards to a pulp, but I'm going to do it one more time because I'm so proud that I can shuffle cards. Oh, my journey has not been for the weak, I'll tell you. Because I was busted down to baseline in my stroke, and I'm so proud of where I've been able to, where Source has allowed me to get strong and do things. So, any old way. Alright, y'all, I'm not good at this that kind of thing, but I'm going to try it anyway. I do get some, I get popovers, but they don't flip out for me like they do for others, for the more seasoned readers, but I'm still going to give it a try. We can still try. And also, these cards are super, super new. I mean, I've played with them a lot, but you know, they're still sticky. If you've ever worked with cards, they're still sticking. And if I can't, here we go. I was gonna say, if I can't get them to pop, if I can't get them to pull like that, I'll just go back to my fan spread because that's what I do best. But I did get our first card, y'all. Value yourself, spend time nurturing you. All right, you know. If you've been around here, y'all, you know this is something we've been talking about for a long time. A really long time, okay? That it's all about taking care of yourself. It's all about being good to yourself. It's all about nurturing yourself, you know, so that you have something to give. Give that to yourself so that you've got something to give. So value yourself, you know, love yourself enough. Realize who you are and what you're trying to do and that you deserve to be nurtured, especially by yourself. So like I said, once you fill your own cup up, it's like you got something to give, you know? And trying to get somebody else to fill your cup, well, you know, it's not futile, but yeah, it's kind of futile, you know, and it's exhausting, and it can be degrading, and it can be disappointing. I mean, it's endless. So it's really important that we value ourselves, and I think that we have learned that, okay? I really feel that, momentum toward the collective, this part of the collective dialed into the fact that that you're important, that you're valuable, and that although we do belong to a giant organism, we're like these things in an organism, we're also just these things. And these things have to be maintained so that they can be a better, glowing, productive part of the bigger organism. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that we've learned to value ourselves. You know, I'm pretty sure that we're at least on that road to realizing that when our cup is filled from ourselves, that we're a more realized and well-rounded individual, you know, trying to play ball in the collective. So let me see if I can get a second card this way. I'm having a bit of fun doing this, y'all. I'm sorry if it, yeah, whatever. I know, and I do practice. I'm sure somebody out there is like, why don't you just practice that on your own time? I do practice it. Sometimes it works. So I'm going to try it here, okay? Yeah, like I said, if it does, okay, this feels like it. This really does feel like it. Okay. This is the present, y'all. Life lessons, acknowledge and release for renewal. Well, that's exactly what we're going through, and that's exactly what this retrograde season is all about. It's like we're learning to separate, to realize that there's stuff that we've accumulated that doesn't serve us, and that it's actually time for us to make that discernment that we're not any longer waiting for the other elements in our world to tell us what can come and what can go and what we should have and what we shouldn't have. We're starting to wake up to the fact that we are realized human beings, that we have the power, that we're making the choices, that this is our life, that we're responsible for all of this. Also realizing through self-care and valuing ourselves that we can't tote everything all the time. That we have to learn how to release stuff so that we have some space to fill, so that we have some levity to our frequency, so that we can sail a little higher and pick up on new things and stop carrying and dragging around the old stuff. I mean, we are starting to realize that that's very important for our best evolution on this planet. So I'm really glad that we got that card. And I'm not sure. I think that's the Earth card. I think this is the Earth card, y'all. And that number is 38. So that's 11 or 2. So whatever, if that means anything to you. And our first card was, I forget to read the numbers, so I'm going to read the numbers now. On the value yourself card, it's 27, which reduces to 9. So whatever that means to you. Those are two of my big numbers. So I'll get this. Trust. All you need is provided. Now look, if you've been around here for a while, you're going to know that I've told you that a lot. A lot. Every single thing you need, you've got. Yeah, huh? In this moment right now, every single thing that you need, you have. Okay. Every single thing that you need to proceed in your world, you already have. You have it. You're skilled. You're supported. You're loved. You're protected. You're wise past what you've been told that you are. I'm not going to hang us up on programming, but programming is a big deal for the human species. As a collective, we've been dogmated and corralled and utilized. And you can't blame the machine. I mean, they're only doing their job. That's their job. This is our job. Our job now is to realize us as individuals and how important we are as individuals and how important our individuality is to our new collective, which is slightly ironic, but true. Okay, so this is the near future, y'all. Trust. All you need is provided. So what I'm looking at here, and these are both soul cards. These are both spirit cards. Okay, so that's kind of cool. All right, so let's put them together. Oh, and that last number, did I tell you already? It was 26. Okay, and so that's 26, which is also 8. And 8 is a very important number in personal evolution. Okay, so that's what this channel is all about, personal evolution. Because I believe if we can nail down ourselves, then we're all nailed down, and we can create something really cool collectively. Okay, so look, in the recent past, we've learned to value ourselves and give ourselves the time of day. Care for ourselves and stop talking negatively about ourselves and realize that we are on a mission, that we are important, that we are loved and supported, and that our journey does matter, okay? And life lessons, acknowledge and release for renewal. Life lessons. To stop putting things off, stop projecting these things onto other people, and to realize that when stuff doesn't really turn out the way we thought we wanted, that there's a lesson there, that there's something important there, that it's not always going to be exactly like we think it is, and that that in itself is important to understand and bring humility into our psyche. Because it's only when we are humble and we've learned that that feeling of reducing ourselves to be open and receptive, it's only through that that you can actually start manifesting and receiving the things that Spirit wants to bring for you. Okay? And also, a part of that is part of life lessoning also is taking responsibility for yourself and taking responsibility for getting rid of what doesn't serve you anymore. To take responsibility for not dragging stuff around with you that weighs you down so that you can free yourself up to accept other things into your world, to expand your consciousness, to grow your soul. I mean, that's what this whole planet's about. I mean, if you really look around elementally, it's all about growth. It's all about starting here and getting bigger. We all are that. We're part of the planet. That's what the planet is. You know, it's an amazing thing that, you know, a giant tree starts from a little bitty seed, or that you start from a teeny tiny little thing and you become this. It's like our soul is the same way. That's our soul's got the right to expand. Our soul is trying to expand through our experience, you know, and so that the only way for our soul to expand is for us to be receptive and accept the responsibility for realizing that our journey is our responsibility. If you know what I mean? We're responsible for this thing. We've set this up, and you know, we have to realize that the whole thing is like a lesson. The whole thing is like school. The whole thing is like experiential. The whole thing is new. There's no road map. There's no. Everybody's life is different. Your life is not going to be like somebody else's, and that's where the humankind kind of got off guard, got off their trail, because we can't. This is not, you know, this is not one size fits all. Everybody's life is custom. You know, and there may be a roadmap or some sort of guideline for a life, but they're all individual guidelines. They're all different. Your set of illuminations on your path, they're all going to be different for you than they are for somebody else. And it's important that we learn those life lessons to keep expanding too, because once we accept the lessons, that puts us in a frequency of acceptance, of receptivity, where when you're like that, then you can actually see the illumination on your path. You can see these synchronicities. You can see the symbols and the signs that Source is trying to provide for you, that the universe has for you, so that you don't feel abandoned, so you don't feel lost, so that you can see where you're going in life. Okay? And lighten that load. I mean, I think that we've all come to the full realization that we can't tote all of it. We gotta let some of that shit go. You know? It's our discernment. We have to do that for ourselves. Okay? And then in the near future, trust. Okay? No matter what's coming up for you, this is the name of the game, baby, is trusting. Trust. All you need is provided. And it always will be, according to your belief, according to your set of expectations. If you believe the world is working in your favor, the world's going to work in your favor. The end. Will every single thing pop up in your world that you designed and that you put specs on? No. That's not how it works. But we don't always know what we want and we need. We think we do, but we don't always know that. And we don't know the full kaleidoscope of what our life is actually, you know, harmonizing with, and we don't always know. And we ought to be thanking God, or thanking Source, or thanking Universe every single day that there is a provision in our lives that allows the things that are actually good for us and actually appropriate for where we are on our evolutional journey, that those things are popped up for us, because otherwise, left to our own devices, we would be in demise, because we don't always know what's best for us or what's going to work out for us down the road. But Source does, and that's why other things come up for us. And if we don't actually offer so much resistance to that, and we relax into trust, then we'll know, we'll understand, we'll be more relaxed in our world, we'll be able to receive on a better, we'll have a greater ability to receive the things that do pop up for us with, understanding that all of it is either this obvious gift or an unobvious gift. And if we can trust in that, no matter what happens in the future, no matter what's going to pop up for us, this is the name of the game. Is to trust that you're always going to be provided for, because it's your intent, it's your will. You're crafting your life, you're making it so. You're telling the universe what you expect in your world. I expect for this to work out for me, and even if it doesn't look like what I thought it should look like, it's working out for me, right? Right. So what does that do for you? That changes that anticipatory kind of, we tend to put a hesitation on what's to come with our anxiety about what could possibly be, because we normally default to the negative. But when you trust in your journey, what that does is it changes that sentiment to enthusiasm, to what's next, and not in the negative, not in the, oh God, what's next. It changes, oh God, what's next, to, oh God, what's next? What can I do? Show me how great I am. Show me what I can handle. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this thing. I'm so excited about my life. I'm so happy to be who I am. And I know I got a lot of stuff to work on, but I'm having fun working on it. I'm having fun being alive. I'm really appreciative of what I've got, and I can't wait to see what comes for me next. It changes it to that. And when you're feeling like that about life, life does follow suit. You're commanding your old life to give you what you want, something to feel fun about, something to feel excited about, something to be enthusiastic over. It's just like that. Okay? All right, well, y'all, I had fun doing these. And, it does have a book with these. But for this reading, I'm not going to go into that. Hey, but you know what I will do? Let's do an overall card. Let's do an overall card, overall clarifier for our reading. Our reading that told us what? That we learn to value ourselves. That we realize that it's important to nurture ourselves and take care of ourselves. And we also, in the present moment, have understood. We get it. We get that things aren't going to turn out for us exactly like we think they're going to turn out for us. But we know that it's a lesson in our life that's going to expand our consciousness. It's going to help our soul's growth on this planet for our best evolution on this planet. And that no matter what comes up for us, we can trust in the divine, because whatever it is going to be something great for us to learn by, something to expand by, something to put our teeth in, something to love if we choose to love. It's your choice, okay? And then let's do this clarifier, and I'm going to do it just like No, I'm going to leave those cards out. I'm just going to shuffle the remainder of the deck. I'm going to cut it one time, and let's see what we got. All right. Forgiveness. Forgiveness. Now, this is a water card. That's a water card. It is number 8, okay? And it says, be careful of emotional reactions. Well, eruptions. Be careful of emotional reactions. Okay, that's going in the Layer Book of Words. I got a new word. Okay, it does say eruptions. All right. Be careful of emotional eruptions. And that's the whole point of the whole point. To learn, keep our cool, to learn how to just accept the lesson, accept the situation, ride in the current with some grace. Hold your center, hold your frequency. Don't allow circumstances to drag you emotionally around the schoolyard and rough you up. To not be too emotionally involved in what occurs in front of you. so that you end up absorbing those frequencies and having to cope with that even when you're not in the circumstance anymore. And not to mention, you know, emotional eruptions are, you know, it's a, people say, well, you got to get it out of your system. Well, it's really hard on us. It's really hard on our bodies. And at some point, this is advanced studies on this channel. It is just clicked into advanced studies. At some point, you're going to realize that it's unnecessary. It's not like this necessary vent that you have to have. You certainly do not have to put yourself through those stressful situations. It's just not necessary. That's not a healthy flex in your world. You're not, you know, that's like having an itch and then just let's scratch it till it bleeds. It's unnecessary, you know. Just digest what happens, allow yourself to feel what you feel, but erupting and being demonstrative and being dramatic is counterproductive to every single thing that harmoniously can be in your world and in you. And like I said, that kind of thing is really, really hard on your body. You can't imagine the damage that we do ourselves just by not keeping ourselves in check and holding our grace together, holding our center. But we'll get there. We'll definitely get there, because it's way more fun to be the cool hand Luke, and you know, it's way more fun to be the observer when there are situations that test us emotionally. Okay, it's just way more fun and way more satisfying. It's so gratifying to be almost non-reactionary. It doesn't internalize anything. It doesn't do anything to you. If you're really in touch with who you are and you realize that those things have nothing to do with you, and you can allow other people to be who they are without emotionally erupting in response to that, you're knocking it out of the park. You're doing a good job for yourself. All right, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. And I am going to be doing these readings a little more often. And I also have another deck that I really want to get into, the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. It so resonates with me because I am an Astro girl. So I'm going to be pulling that out every once in a while too. So anyway, thanks a lot for your time. I appreciate y'all so much. And if you care, you know, to share this video with your friends, please do. If you wouldn't mind, if you did like the video, please hit that thumbs up for me, and please, if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. We're going to do a whole bunch of fun stuff on this channel, and it's all for love. It's all for us. It's all for our best evolution, our best personal evolution on this planet. All right, I'll see you soon.